Welcome back to Spotlight. I'm Edgenka, of course, and I'm here with my good friends. Yes, my very good friends. Sharon Flaxmarsh, she's the Director of Tourism. Mr. Keith Dawson is the Marketing Manager, and Mr. Cornell Klein, he's the, what are you calling him?
Senior Product Officer.
The Senior Product Officer, yes, the Product Officer kind of. Tourism Month, yes, we're talking about Tourism Month. And
Yes, it's a wonderful month. First of all, we have to say thank you, Cromwell, for inviting us here this evening to talk about the lifeblood of the BVI, so to speak.
Yes, welcome to Spotlight. It's good to have you all here with me. And of course, Tourism Month has been very hot. There's a lot going on. We were supposed to have the Taste of Tortola, but we put that off for this weekend.
This weekend would be on Sunday afternoon in the park.
Okay, but we had the Barefoot Soiree.
Yes, over at Peter Island last Saturday evening.
That was a lot of fun.
Yes, it was. It was a very nice activity, and we were very happy because the participation levels were higher than the previous year, and I saw you enjoying as well the music, the food, and friends, of course. It was a very nice evening.
Yes, it definitely was. We had a good time.
Nice.
And I want to thank you for inviting me and making sure I had a good time. The Tourism Month is what, 3 years?
Usually Tourism Month is it's for the Caribbean. Actually, is celebrated throughout the Caribbean in November. What we've done at the BVI Tourist Board is to take the opportunity for Tourism Month to create additional activities and events to make that month more exciting, and as well too to give us a lead into the upcoming season.
Okay, so what I'm seeing is additional activity in the BVI for Tourism Month.
Yes.
Tourism Month has always been something that we observe, but I don't remember Tourism Month being as exciting as over the last 3 or 4 years.
Yes, we're trying to make it more vibrant, and as well to let persons in the community know what the BVI Tourist Board is doing, and as well you mentioned the word vibrant, to let persons realize how exciting the industry can be. It's not only limited to hotels, restaurants. We tend to get very excited about our education components as well, and the idea that tourism at the end of the day is everybody's business in the BVI. So we try to have activities that appeal to the breadth of persons who live in the BVI, and as well to find activities to bring persons into the BVI to enjoy.
Hey, how is that going? How is the support for Tourism Month been going? And feel free to chime in, guys. Regarding getting more people to come in during this month, because I see a lot of local people, a lot of us enjoying Tourism Month, and it's great. I mean, we don't take time out enough, I think, to enjoy our tourism product. And what you've been doing over the last several years with Tourism Month is enable us to enjoy some of the BVI that other people pay to come to enjoy. But we still need to have those people, increase of those people coming. So how successful are we with Tourism Month in terms of attracting persons from outside? How are we measuring the success?
Keith, do you want to answer that, or you'd like?
Well, okay, I could give an attempt. First of all, we are increasing the exposure by having journalists visit during this time to cover from different markets. And part of with the Taste of Tortola and the Barefoot Gourmet Soiree, as you would have noted, we had a number of international chefs from South America and Europe, and we had some of our local chefs on as well. part of the strategy behind that is to attract persons from that market. As far as the measure of it, we are trying to work on getting better measurement in terms of our information, the information flow that comes from this Department of the Central Statistics Office of the BVI government. It's a work in progress, but it is our intention definitely to have this measured to a point where we could know when persons are coming in, the events that are coming in, and so forth. So we only can tell anecdotally, I should say, based on our observation, that there has been some increased interest from those markets in terms of the inquiries and the media interest as well. So yes, we expect over time to see more visitors from international markets to come to the BVI to enjoy what we call BVI Food Fete in November.
Okay. Have we been aggressively marketing, selling this month and the Food Fete internationally?
Yes, we have. We've actually started the campaign for this year as early as last year because persons need to have the opportunity to plan. We've taken the BVI culinary experience to the U.S. as well in various markets. We've participated in the Mid-Atlantic Wine and Food Festival, which spanned 4 states in the U.S. And we've taken some of our chefs, including our junior chef. We've had exposure in many of the major food magazines in the U.S. as well. What we're trying to do as well too is to appeal to markets that are somewhat close to us that we have somewhat ignored or haven't paid attention to, and that's the markets that are close by, the U.S. Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico. So we've been taking our experiences there as well too, because the BVI is just a quick hop and a nice weekend getaway. So we've been marketing the event to those islands as well. And as Keith mentioned, the exposure is important, and we rarely do expect the events to grow, and again the numbers to the BVI because of them.
Yeah. Well, I know anecdotally that the Lobsterfest is a tremendous success.
Yes, it has been the mainstay of the BVI Food Fete experience. In our first year, we estimated again maybe about 500 persons at the activity in 2013, and last year we saw from our numbers we saw a growth of 66%. Attendance at that activity in Anegada, and we're hoping for an even bigger turnout this year because it is a remarkable event and a great experience.
And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that, but I know for a fact that from September early October, nothing was available in Anegada. I know that for a fact.
Yes, yes, they actually were having.
Yeah, you were able to get stuff. Like the last year, you could book in October.
Yes.
And the year before that, you could book in early November.
Yes, and we said it's a good problem to have.
Yes,
but it's forced us as a tourist board as well to look at different options for accommodations. This year we've been able to work out and have some packages available through the moorings. So for persons who cannot secure accommodations on land, you can think about renting a sailboat for the weekend. You can think about spending the night in Virgin Gorda because there are ferries operating from Virgin Gorda, and then take a day sail over to Anegada.
But that's an excellent idea. You get a group. You could afford a yacht for 2 days, and you could stay
Yes.
for the 2 days. And I guess that's an excellent idea. But we still have the Taste of Tortola that's going to be coming up, and we're going to get to the transportation aspect of it to Canada. I ain't going to leave you out. But yeah, we on Sunday the 22nd,
Sunday the 22nd is our taste of Tortola.
And it was a great decision to postpone it because it rained the whole
It
day.
gave us some trepidation. We looked at it.
Yes.
We were fortunate to have the expertise of our weather forecasters here, and we took a hard line and just said, you know what, guys, in the park is the new park. We want the event to be really nice. So we're looking forward to Sunday with 17 participating restaurants. We're staging the activity from 2 in the afternoon now. So for persons can come out after church. We have, I believe, a cruise ship in on Sunday as well too.
Yes.
So it will give them an opportunity to experience BVI culinary at its best, combined with, of course, music, mokajumbis, and because it's in the day now, we do have some activities for the children as well.
Okay, well that's great, and of course the tickets that you had for the 14th. Was the 14th? Right?
Yes,
It was the 7th.
The 7th. So
seventh.
the tickets are
Seventh,
still,
The 7th.
yes, the tickets are still,
good.
yes.
Well,
And so, and you say now you got bouncy castles and
We wouldn't do the bouncy castles, but we are looking at, there'll be an ice cream stand for the kids. We're looking at cupcake
Decoration.
making decoration. So we
Face
keep
painting.
it face
Face
painting.
painting.
We keep some of the activities centered around food as well.
yeah. And I'm anxious to get into the new park and to see what the new park looks like.
Yes,
Right.
it's
Yeah.
we've been in there, and
It looks good?
it looks good. It will be a fabulous addition as well to our tourism offerings.
Okay. And then Saturday. What we have Saturday before the Sunday.
Saturday, we have 2 taste events actually. We have Taste of Virgin Gorda on the Saturday evening in the Nail Bay Ruins in Virgin Gorda. And that event has a bit of a jazz twist. We're featuring Jeremy Vanterpool along with Arturo Tapin from Barbados. We were very happy that Liat came on board as a major sponsor for us with this event. So they've been able to assist us in terms of bringing the band in. So we're looking forward to a great evening in Virgin Gorda on the Saturday. And then on Sunday, we know you'll still be hungry. You move over to Tortola for Taste of Tortola.
Okay.
Yes.
That's good.
before you get to the Saturday,
Yes, there's one other key.
I'm slurring.
Yes.
I'm slurring because I'm talking about the bar crawl.
Oh, okay. Okay. You had
It's
too much to
called-
drink already.
It looks so. So we have the bar crawl on Friday. It runs from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. And of course, the concept is that you're moving. It's packaged where you have the ferry transportation and the ground transportation. So you have a designated driver. So there's no need to worry about that aspect.
About driving.
And so they move around from bar to bar and enjoy the views and the scenery
And all the exotic drinks.
and all the exotic drinks of Virgin Gorda.
Virgin Gorda. What about Jocelyn Day? Did we? Didn't I hear
We did
somebody?
a
That happened
That
already.
happened
Yes.
already, yes.
Okay.
yes, yes.
Okay. That was.
That was there was the threat of the weather with that, but the persons who did come out
It came off okay.
Had a great time.
Enjoy yourself.
had a great time.
That's great. And of course, the 28th and the 29th.
28th and 29th, the fund moves to Anegada for the Lobsterfest. I know that's your favorite event.
Yes.
And again, we're adding a little twist because every year we have to add something a little different to keep it exciting and fresh. And for persons who are in Anegada from the Friday evening, they kept complaining that it was kind of quiet.
Yes.
Yes,
Guilty
we've
as charged.
Yes. So just for you, we're gonna have what we call a lobster
Lobster
crawl, and that's a twist on the rocks bar crawl in Virgin Gorda. But now you're crawling in Anegada. We have a few bars and who have decided to participate. So we're gonna crawl on Friday evening in
So you could go around,
Anegada.
you could get some lobster and have some drinks.
And have some
hang
drinks,
out.
yes, and kind of get yourself into the mood for Saturday.
And hopefully a party or two.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes.
Yes, okay. Now, I'm hoping to hear some advertisements on the radio from the people of Anegada as to what nightly entertainment we're going to
Yes.
have there. I haven't heard anything as yet. Is there
Yeah,
any
I've
light
been
you
hearing,
could shed?
hearing some stuff. I've actually been hearing some stuff and seeing some stuff in terms of the entertainment that they plan to have, because this event has been tremendous for the businesses in Anegada.
Yes.
Right.
And we are working with them to look at improving the event. We've met with them on several occasions. As a matter of fact, we're having officers going over there this week, because we're looking not just at the restaurants. We're looking at the idea is to get persons to enjoy the entire product of Anegada.
Right.
So,
Yes.
so as a matter of fact, we have a special passport where persons would be able to go to the different attractions in Anegada and get their passport stamped. We have like the Iguana Nursery, the museum at Pomata Point, Faulkner House.
So all of those things going to be open?
Yes.
all
And
those
ready
places
to
will
go?
be open, right?
Exactly.
Open and ready to go.
Praise the Lord.
Amen.
And I know we've our product team has worked very hard on getting those initiatives up and running. So I publicly
And all the sites look
wanted
nice
to.
and they
Yes.
got nice amenities and
Yes,
God,
they've been-
I've been fussing about.
You've been fussing about that, so we've listened. We've worked with the Department of Culture, especially on the Pomado Point Museum. It was really a restaurant. The gentleman had quite a large collection of historical items from the sea. So we've been able to, to label and sort. So that's a nice experience. We've done some work on the Faulkner House as well, repainted, have, better signage, some interpretation and information. So as Keith alluded to, it gives another dimension to Anegada, and the passport is a wonderful way, depending on how many stamps, how many countries you visited within the country of Anegada.
Right.
Upon departure, when you are leaving Anegada, there is some sort of a gift from the BVI Tourist
So where do
Board.
you collect your passport?
You would collect the passport either at the airport when you land in Anegada,
Okay.
or when you get off the ferry.
stop.
Yes.
All right, cool. And so every place you visit, you present
get
your
a
passport,
stamp.
you get a stamp, and when
Yes.
you're leaving, you get a gift.
Yes.
All right, I'm done with that. And what about my friends the flamingos?
But it's been like 3 years I've been trying to get Cromwell to see
the flamingos.
the
I
flamingos.
swear that you got little
And-
fake flamingos from Walmart sticking up out there.
So no, this
You
year
don't
might
want to buy
be
to see them.
this year might be a lucky year.
This might be the year.
This might be the year. I can feel it. It's gonna be the good year for the flamingos.
So you have a place where you could go and get a flamingo excursion, or somebody to take you around through the pond and show you the flamingos.
Well, there are the one or two companies over in Anegada, and a lot of they will still be offering their tours, their bone fishing. So we encourage persons to either, call the BVI Tourist Board, 494-3134 for additional information. And if they wanted to book an activity, we can steer them in the right direction.
Okay. So you're gonna have an opportunity to go fishing.
That's more for someone who maybe wants to spend a little more time on the water, but those are activities that are available in Anegada. But it might make a nice segue into doing something a little different.
And you can get all this information on the Tourist Board website.
It's on the Tourist Board
And
website.
What's the address?
Go ahead.
www.bvitourism.com,
Okay.
and we have a dedicated website for BVI Food Fed, www.bvifoodfed.com.
Okay, and we could always call a tourist board if
Yeah.
we can't remember.
Yes.
It's 494-3134.
34C,
Oh,
you know the
got it
number.
right.
Yes, call off. To complain, right? But so you're ready to go. Now, I'm concerned about persons who are going to Anegada for the day, and you get the boat. When the boat is leaving when Canel.
Okay, we have 3 ferries on board right now, into Island out of the USVI. They'll be bringing the folks over there 7:30 a.m. They'll leave St. Thomas. Then 8 o'clock they'll leave St. John, and they'll head straight up to Anegada because there'll be customs and immigrations up there to clear them one time. Speedies, they have 2 boats, one leaving from Trellis Bay,
Trellis Bay.
and one leaving from Virgin Gorda. 9 o'clock Virgin Gorda, 9:15 Trellis Bay.
You're not leaving from Rotown?
Roadtown will be Robney's.
Okay.
Yeah, they will leave at 10 a.m. And I think Speedy's boat days, they're coming back at 6. Robney's boat days, they're coming back at 6. And Inter Island Ferry boat days, they're coming back at 4.
But that's my problem there. No, that's too early. How you gonna come back from Virgin Gorda? How you gonna come
From Anegada.
How you gonna come from Anegada?
early.
Leave 6 o'clock in the afternoon. That's when the party just starts. I don't understand that. What happened there?
Well, I guess, sometimes you have to compact your fun into the time that you're there, or make a decision to spend the night or the entire weekend.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
the whole thing about Anegada Lobsterfest is encouraging people to spend the weekend.
Okay.
Is encouraging people to spend the weekend, and whereby you have to plan from way in advance, because
Yeah,
everything is limited because it's a small island.
Absolutely. Yes. You have to plan way in advance. Yeah. So you're both going up at
Those are the boats.
at 9,
So yeah,
and they're coming back at 6.
right.
Okay.
And then you could also get there through airlift.
Yes.
VI Airlink is one that's on board. They're gonna do their runs 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and 5 o'clock, and then leaving every half an hour. So it will be 9:30, 12:30, 5:30. Now they have a 9-seater plane, so that doesn't necessarily means that if let's say 12 people show up, they'll run the 9 and then come back for the other 3. That's how they will run their trips.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, yeah. We could think. Yeah.
That's what they did last
That's
year
what
too
they
as
did
well.
last year as well. So they're gonna they're gonna make sure everybody that wants to go to
Wants to go.
Anegada
Yes,
get to Anegada,
they're gonna get there.
and everybody gets off at Anegada.
Exactly.
That's basically
Exactly.
how that works.
And believe it or not, this year, this gentleman from St. Thomas, the name of the airline is Capital Air. They jumped on board, and I had a conversation with him today, and he's already solid booked.
Right.
But his aircraft is a 5-seater and an 8-seater. So he'll be making 2 trips at 9 a.m. on the 28th, 2 trips at 10:30 on the same 28th, and 1 trip at 12:40. And he'll be taking back folks from 4 o'clock on that same day. But he already indicated to me most of his folks are overnighting. So the next day he has 1 flight at 9:30 a.m., which is on the 29th. And he has 3 flights going back to St. Thomas on the 29th. 4 o'clock.
So he's running from St. Thomas and
St.
Anegada and
St.
back.
Thomas and Anegada and back.
That's
4
great.
o'clock,
Yeah.
6 o'clock, and I think 6:30. Yeah.
Now,
And
what's your-
he's already solid booked.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. So it's going to be a big
Yeah,
Yes.
big weekend.
Big
Yes.
weekend.
Yeah.
Now, when you get into Anegada, the people who not going to be able to rent cars or who didn't decide to rent cars,
Right.
what the transportation system
Okay,
is
so
like
we
in
have-
terms of going from restaurant to restaurant.
Right. So first of all, we have Global Oceans Transport, which is Sammy Leonard Badge. He'll be going over there too as well.
So you could take your
taking his SUV.
You could take your car.
Taking SUVs, trucks, and cars over. I think his price is $175 round trip. He'll be going over there from 7 a.m. from Virgin Gorda and 8 a.m. from
Trellis Bay.
Tortola, from Trellis Bay. Right. And every day I think he'll be leaving at 5 p.m. He'll be leaving over there. Also, when you reach underground now, they're the taxi guys there. Last year is the same thing as last year. You'll see the taxi dispatcher. You could buy the tickets by the 5s because there are 4 restaurants that you can't that you need to have access to that you can't walk to, which is Correct, ABC, Big Bamboo, and Flash of Beauty.
Okay.
So you buy them by the fives because you need the extra ticket to get back to the ferry. So I think last year was $6 a stop. So just I think that's if you want to go to, let's say you want to go to 2 restaurants. Let's say you want to go to Correct and Big Bamboo. That would be 6 times. That would be 18 because you need the extra leg to get back to the ferry.
And
So that's how that will work.
And the other restaurants on the strip.
You could
by
actually,
the ferry.
you could actually,
that
those are
whole
walking
strip.
distance, right? You could walk along the beach and get to those restaurants if you choose. Yeah.
Oh, great! So everything hooked up, ready to go.
Everything is hooked up, ready to go. We just need the people, in Anegada.
The people will be in Anegada.
And the restaurants are ready, the bars are ready, and all of the suppliers.
Yeah. I already got my my tofu and veggie burger shipped in.
It's fun too.
Yes. But it'll be a fun, it'll be a fun weekend. We've been working a lot with the restaurants in Anegada as well. We have one of our visiting chefs will be doing some educationals in Anegada in terms of assisting them with preparation, presentation styles, just to lift the level of the service and presentation up a notch.
Okay, great. We are in the tyranny of the clock.
And we always understand the tyranny of the clock.
Yeah,
We know that well.
But all the things we've said tonight, if you want information, it's very simple. You can go online to
BVIFoodFet.com.
That has everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
or just call the tourist board's office and
Yes.
people will be there to answer all your questions.
Yes. Thank
Definitely.
you for the opportunity, Cromwell.
It's always my pleasure, and I'm looking forward to Sunday in the park, and of course I'm looking forward to Anegada as well. So,
Okay.
and I had a great time at the soiree, and it's just been a great tourism month.
And Saturday in Virgin as well.
And Saturday,
Saturday, yes. So Saturday, Sunday, the next 2 weekends, just think food and fun. And I just wanted to make sure that we acknowledge all of our sponsors. The business community has done really well for us this year. They've supported us well. Rotown Wholesale, CCT, Vodafone, Liat, those are the major sponsors. National Bank, they've come forward, and that's what we want. We need that partnership with the business community because that is important for tourism.
Absolutely, great. Sharon, Keith, Kyle, good to have you on Spotlight.
Thank you.
And of course,
Thank you
come
very
back anytime.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much.
Always welcome. We're going to take a break for word from our sponsor. We come back, we're going to be talking to the HLSCC Concert Series Coordinator, Leonard Barr, and we're going to be hearing the music of the Sweet Soca Man Baron that's going to be here this Saturday at HLSCC Eileen L. Parsons Auditorium. We're looking forward to that as well. It's going to be hot, hot, hot. Keep it locked right here to Spotlight. We'll be right back after these words from our sponsors.
Spotlight is brought to you by Tortola Concrete Limited, the National Bank of the Virgin Islands, and CCT Global Communications.